Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Living Wisdom and Dharma World. Today, we're going to delve into one of Buddhist traditions, Pure Land Buddhism. Pure Land Buddhism, a vital branch of Mahayana Buddhism, offers an inspiring vision of salvation and enlightenment accessible to all beings. Rooted in the compassionate vows of Amitābha Buddha, the Pure Land teachings emphasize faith, aspiration, and practice as the means to transcend the suffering of samsara. The Western Pure Land, also known as Sukhāvatī, represents both a spiritual destination and a metaphor for ultimate liberation. In this discussion, we explore the philosophical underpinnings, practices, historical development, and enduring impact of Pure Land Buddhism, with special attention to the contributions of Chinese masters and their legacy across East Asia. Part 1. What is the Western Pure Land? The Western Pure Land is a realm of perfect bliss and enlightenment, described in Mahayana Sutras as free from suffering, impurities, and the distractions of samsara. It serves as an ideal environment for spiritual practice and enlightenment. In the Amitābha Sutra, Contemplation Sutra, the Pure Land is depicted with vivid imagery. The ground of the Pure Land is made of 7 kinds of jewels, adorned with golden paths, jeweled trees, and ponds filled with water of the 8 virtues, covered with lotus flowers of many colors. This transcendent realm symbolizes a state of nirvana beyond all worldly constructs, where beings experience eternal happiness, free from suffering and afflictions. Rebirth in the Pure Land grants access to spiritual bliss, the ability to hear the Dharma directly, and the opportunity to progress toward enlightenment in the presence of Amitābha Buddha. While the imagery is deeply symbolic, it serves as a skillful means to inspire faith and practice. The Pure Land represents not only an external paradise, but also an internal purification of the mind and consciousness. Part 2. Where is the Western Pure Land? The Western Pure Land, also known as Sukhāvatī, is described in the larger Sukhāvatī Sutra as existing in the western direction beyond countless Buddha lands. In the western direction, beyond hundreds of thousands of millions of Buddha lands, there is a world called Sukhāvatī, a land of bliss, where Amitābha Buddha resides, teaching the Dharma to sentient beings. While the Pure Land has a specific location within Buddhist cosmology, it transcends physical space. It is a spiritual realm accessible through faith, aspiration, and diligent practice. Practitioners with deep faith can even experience glimpses of the Pure Land during meditation or at the moment of death. In such moments, Amitābha Buddha and Bodhisattvas are said to appear, guiding the faithful to Sukhāvatī. This has been documented in numerous stories from the Pure Land tradition. The Western direction also holds metaphorical significance, symbolizing a turning away from worldly attachments, represented by the setting sun, and moving toward enlightenment. Part 3. How can one go to the Pure Land? Currently, the only way to reach the Western Pure Land is through rebirth after death. According to the Contemplation Sutra on Infinite Life Buddha, there are 9 grades of beings who can be reborn in the Western Pure Land, and the conditions for each grade are detailed. Additionally, through diligent practice, one can sense the presence of the Western Pure Land. This is similar to the wind. While it cannot be seen with the naked eye, it can be tangibly felt through practice, making its existence a real experience. The Buddha emphasized that reaching the Pure Land is attainable through sincere aspiration, mindfulness, and reliance on Amitābha Buddha. There are 3 main practices outlined in the Pure Land tradition: faith, shraddha, develop deep faith in Amitābha Buddha's vows to save all beings and guide them to the Pure Land. This includes faith in the possibility of liberation and in the compassionate power of the Buddha. The larger Sukhāvatī Sutra explains, if there are sentient beings who hear my name, have faith and rejoice in it, and if they sincerely aspire to be born in my land, they will surely attain it. Faith is the foundation of the Pure Land path, as it inspires trust in the Buddha's compassionate vows. B. Aspiration. Pranadhana. Make a sincere vow to be born in the Pure Land and to practice diligently for the benefit of all beings. This is often expressed in the threefold mind: sincere mind, genuine intent to follow the teachings, deep mind, profound belief in Amitābha's ability to help beings, aspiring mind, desire to be born in the Pure Land to attain enlightenment. The Buddha in the smaller Sukhāvatī Sutra or Amitābha Sutra says, those who, with one pointed mind, wish to be born in that land and continuously recite Amitābha's name day and night will attain rebirth in the Pure Land. C. Practice. Recitation of Amitābha Buddha's name or mindfulness of Amitābha. The most emphasized practice is reciting Amitābha Buddha's name, Nembutsu in Japanese, or Namo Amitābha Buddhaya in Sanskrit, which expresses faith and aspiration. The repetition of the Buddha's name connects practitioners to his boundless compassion and purifies the mind. The Buddha in the smaller Sukhāvatī Sutra says, if a person sincerely and joyfully calls upon my name, even 10 times, they will surely be born in my Pure Land, provided they do so with undivided faith. Part 4. The history of Pure Land Buddhism in China. Early period, the 4th to 6th century. The Pure Land tradition was introduced to China through translations of the Mahayana Sutras. Huiyuan, 334 to 416, founded the first Pure Land community, the White Lotus Society, on Mount Lu. He emphasized communal chanting and meditation on Amitābha's name. Consolidation period, the 6th to 9th century. Tanluan, 476 to 542, a former Taoist, established the theoretical foundation for Pure Land practice. He distinguished between self-power and other power and emphasized reliance on Amitābha's vows. Ayachwa, 562 to 645, categorized Buddhist practices into the sacred path, self-reliant practices, and the Pure Land path. Reliance on Amitābha. Mature period, the 10th to 13th century. Shandao, 613 to 681, systematized Pure Land practice, emphasizing exclusive recitation of Amitābha's name. His writings became foundational for later practitioners. Yongmei Nianchu, 904 to 975, integrated Pure Land with Chan or Zen, advocating for their mutual compatibility. Pure Land Buddhism's enduring appeal lies in its remarkable accessibility to all people, regardless of social status, education, or spiritual capabilities. Unlike other Buddhist practices that often required rigorous meditation or advanced philosophical understanding, Pure Land Buddhism offered a simple yet profound path to liberation. Reliance on the compassionate vows of Amitābha Buddha and the recitation of his name. This accessibility, combined with its promise of salvation, made it particularly attractive during times of social upheaval and uncertainty. 1. The spread of Pure Land Buddhism. Pure Land Buddhism spread widely due to its simplicity, universal appeal, and ability to address the spiritual needs of both lay practitioners and monastics. It provided hope and assurance to people across all walks of life, including peasants, merchants, scholars, and the elite. At its core was the belief that even ordinary beings, burdened by ignorance and karma, could achieve rebirth in the Western Pure Land, Sukhāvatī, and progress toward enlightenment in the presence of Amitābha Buddha. During periods of instability, such as the decline of the Tang dynasty in China or feudal conflicts in Japan, Pure Land Buddhism's emphasis on Amitābha Buddha's compassion offered solace and spiritual security to individuals facing uncertainty and suffering. 2. Key texts and commentaries. The foundation of Pure Land Buddhism is rooted in its 3 principal sutras, which are revered as the cornerstone of its teachings. 1. Larger Sukhāvatī Sutra, or Infinite Life Sutra. This sutra details the vows of Amitābha Buddha, especially the 18th vow, which promises rebirth in the Pure Land to all who sincerely call his name with faith and aspiration. 2. Smaller Sukhāvatī Sutra, or Amitābha Sutra, a shorter text emphasizing the beauty and bliss of the Pure Land, encouraging faith and practice through vivid descriptions of this realm. 3. Amitābha Sutra, or Contemplation Sutra, a practical guide to visualization practices and the 9 levels of rebirth in the Pure Land based on one's karmic conditions and spiritual effort. In addition to these sutras, commentaries by eminent Pure Land masters have played a critical role in shaping the tradition. Tanluan's commentary on the treatise of rebirth in the Pure Land. Tanluan emphasized the distinction between the difficult path of self-powered practice and the easy path of relying on Amitābha's vows. Shandao's commentary on the Contemplation Sutra. Shandao, regarded as the de facto founder of Pure Land Buddhism in China, provided detailed instructions on the Nembutsu practice and stressed Amitābha's grace as the ultimate cause of rebirth in the Pure Land. 3. Regional influence and flourishing of Pure Land Buddhism. Pure Land Buddhism not only flourished in China, but also became a dominant tradition in East Asia, profoundly influencing the religious landscapes of Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. In Korea, Pure Land practices were integrated into the broader Buddhist tradition, particularly during the Goryeo dynasty. The recitation of Amitābha's name became a common devotional practice among Korean Buddhists, blending seamlessly with meditative and scholastic traditions. In Japan, the teachings of Chinese masters like Shandao inspired the development of Jodo Shu, Pure Land School, by Honen, and Jodo Shinshu, True Pure Land School, by Shinran. Jodo Shinshu, in particular, became one of Japan's largest Buddhist sects by emphasizing absolute reliance on Amitābha's grace and rejecting any notion of self-powered effort. In Vietnam, Pure Land Buddhism merged with indigenous Mahayana traditions, becoming a major practice among monastics and lay people alike. Vietnamese Pure Land practitioners often recite Amitābha Buddha in Vietnamese as a central devotional activity. 4. Achievements and lasting impact. The achievements of Pure Land Buddhism are vast and multifaceted. Its emphasis on inclusivity, compassion, and simplicity allowed it to 1. Provide universal accessibility. By relying on faith, vow, and practice, Pure Land Buddhism made enlightenment attainable for all, transcending the barriers of literacy, wealth, or spiritual capability. 2. Address human suffering. The teachings offered hope and solace to people facing the trials of samsara, particularly during periods of war, famine, or political instability. 3. Promote cultural exchange. The spread of Pure Land Buddhism fostered cross-cultural interactions, as its texts and practices traveled along the Silk Road and throughout East Asia. 4. Inspire art and literature. The vision of the Pure Land inspired exquisite Buddhist art, including murals, sculptures, and paintings, as well as devotional poetry and hymns dedicated to Amitābha Buddha. 5. Influenced modern spirituality. Even today, Pure Land Buddhism remains one of the most practiced forms of Buddhism globally, offering a path of faith and compassion to countless individuals seeking spiritual liberation. Pure Land Buddhism's legacy is a testament to its profound adaptability and spiritual power. By focusing on Amitābha Buddha's infinite compassion and the promise of rebirth in the Pure Land, it continues to inspire faith, devotion, and hope in practitioners across the world. Its enduring message reminds us that liberation is not reserved for the few, but is a path open to all who seek it with sincerity and trust. Part 5. Daily Practice for Attaining the Pure Land. The 5 Practices. Tanluan, the third patriarch in Pure Land Buddhism, identified 5 essential practices for Pure Land practitioners. 1. Recitation of Amitābha Buddha's name, chanting Namo Amitābha with sincerity, faith, and a vow for rebirth in the Pure Land. 2. Prostration, bowing to Amitābha Buddha as an expression of devotion and humility. 3. Praise and worship, offering heartfelt praise to Amitābha and spreading awareness of his virtues. 4. Meditation and visualization, reflecting on Amitābha Buddha's form, his Pure Land, and the qualities of the Bodhisattvas. Visualize the Pure Land and meditate on the serene beauty described in the sutras. 5. Aspiration and dedication of merit, generating the vow to be reborn in the Pure Land and dedicating one's merits to all sentient beings. Faith, vows, and practice. Tanluan emphasized the importance of the 3 essentials in Pure Land Buddhism. 1. Faith. Trust in Amitābha Buddha's boundless compassion and his vow to save all beings. 2. Vow, the aspiration to be reborn in the Western Pure Land to continue the path to Buddhahood. 3. Practice, chanting the Buddha's name and cultivating virtues. Of course, practitioners should live an ethical life, follow precepts, practice compassion, and reduce selfish desires to advance the practice. Conclusion. The Pure Land is not merely a destination, but a means to an end. The realization of enlightenment. By being reborn in the Pure Land, one can continue practicing the Dharma under ideal conditions and ultimately transcend samsara. The Buddha says in the larger Sukhāvatī Sutra, in the Pure Land, all beings dwell in boundless joy, free from defilements, and swiftly realize the supreme enlightenment of a Buddha. Pure Land Buddhism represents the universal aspiration for liberation, offering a path of faith, compassion, and reliance on Amitābha Buddha's vows. Its teachings continue to inspire millions worldwide, emphasizing that enlightenment is accessible to all, regardless of background or abilities. By embodying the principles of faith, aspiration, and practice, practitioners are guided toward a realm of boundless joy and ultimate enlightenment. Thank you for joining me on this journey to explore Pure Land Buddhism. By delving into its history and practice and embodying the principles of faith, aspiration, and practice, practitioners are led to the favorable realm where they enjoy limitless joy and continue practice to achieve ultimate enlightenment. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to leave a comment sharing the insights you gained. Your reflections may inspire and enlighten others on their own paths. Wishing you peace, happiness, and well-being. See you next time.